I'll never forget when I was in college, sitting in my business law class when the professor said, "We don't have any laws, but we have plenty of loopholes." This statement left me feeling confused and frustrated. The whole purpose of a legal system is to receive justice. However, if those in power can't discern right from wrong or allow loopholes to prevail, how can you receive justice if the legal system fails you? Never in a million years did I foresee that I would be able to get the answer to this question firsthand. Back in 2018, I lost everything. I lost my job, my savings, and my unemployment ran out, which caused me to lose my apartment. I lived with a relative for 2 months before I could get another job. While working on strengthening my relationship with God, He blessed me with one voiceover gig of a lifetime, which gave me the down payment I needed to purchase my dream home. In March 2021, I bought a condo in the lakefront of Chicago, Illinois. The moment I closed on my home was one of the happiest days of my life. I remember rushing to the balcony to see the beautiful lake view at my new home. It all felt like a dream come true. I purchased this property because the advertisement stated it was completely renovated. However, this was not the case. I remember being cold, so I tried to warm up my unit, my condo unit, but I couldn't figure out how. Then I was shocked to hear the noise from my upstairs neighbor. I can hear everything she does: walking, talking, coughing, sneezing, laughing, vacuuming. The list goes on. These were not issues I expected to encounter. So my joy quickly turned to anger. I immediately realized that I was a victim of a very elaborate full gut rehab scam. I tried so hard to resolve my issues outside of court, yet for the past 3 years, I found myself in the shoes of the persistent widow in Luke 18, verses 1 through 8. Despite having audio and video evidence from two different contractors to substantiate my claim, I've been going back and forth to court for almost 3 years to receive justice. Their goal is to wear me down, so I'll just give up. I've offered everyone, the judge, the defense attorneys, and whoever else wants to come over, the opportunity to see that I was sold a condo unit with major material defects. Honestly, there have been so many times throughout this ordeal that I've wanted to throw in the towel and walk away. However, my relationship with God will not allow me to do so. I remember that the battle is not mine to fight, it's the Lord's. I don't have to rely on my strength or wisdom because quite frankly, God is greater than the obstacle that I'm facing. And even when it feels like the situation is hopeless, we we can take comfort in the fact that God is always in control. Whenever I feel tired, I remind myself I'm in a race. Knowing God would direct, protect, and teach me valuable lessons along the way serves as the fuel I need to propel me forward in the quest to win the race. I could see the finish line, so I do everything in my power to sprint to the finish line. Yet it seems like the faster I run, the finish line just keeps moving further and further away. Exasperated, I ask God, what is going on? I'm frustrated and tired. And quite frankly, I don't want to run anymore. Every time I tried to stop, I could hear God encouraging me. He's saying, keep going, Tasha. You're almost there. You're so close. You got to pace yourself. God knows who he's dealing with, so he's been kind enough to entertain my requests for signs to show me that I'm still on track to finish my race. God honors my requests by answering my questions through my mom's godly counsel. I'll come across a devotional or a podcast regarding the exact same topic I sought his guidance for during one of my many prayer sessions. God knew I needed those signs at those exact moments in time to feel confident in taking my next steps. Then, out of nowhere, I get my second win to continue my race. While running, I remind myself that God allows it to rain on the just and the unjust. God uses storms to capture our attention. However, we can take comfort in knowing that God will never give us more than what we can bear. Without a doubt, some storms may be more intense than others, causing us to feel scared and ask God to stop the storm. Trust me, I've been there. Regardless of how hard we pray, God will deny our requests until we learn the lessons he wants to teach us. Some of us get so tired of being in the rain that we rely on our knowledge and strength to run away from the storm. The irony is that whenever we react this way, we get lost or encounter detours that God never intended for us to take. we can successfully cope with life's storms when we invite God into the conversation. Inviting God into the conversation is the equivalent of having an umbrella so we won't get wet. But it's up to us if we want to use the umbrella. For far too long, I just held the umbrella in my hand. I didn't use the umbrella to keep me from getting wet. I was frustrated about the negative consequences I was left to bear due to the sinful actions of others. God knows the beginning from the end, and He has a plan to bring us through the storm. What I failed to realize was that through this storm, God was leveraging the sinful acts of these people involved in the scam to take me to the next level. Navigating through the legal system has enabled me to become closer to God, and He turned my anger, frustration, confusion, and tears into opportunities to collaborate with Him. He's shown me on more than one occasion that I'm in this situation to be the voice for others who may not have the knowledge or resources to fight back. God placed me in a position to expose the actions of those in leadership roles who seek to take advantage of those who are less fortunate by once again bringing attention to their unjust actions. I know God is not mocked. Vengeance is God's department. My job is to obey God so He can show up and show out. I will continue to run my race and let God dictate my pace. It's only a matter of time before God grants me justice against my adversaries so I can finally cross the finish line. Hopefully, this video resonates with you, and if so, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. And remember, if you're everything to everyone, then you risk being no one. You never know who you will inspire. See you in the next video.